Downtown Anniston held its big Neewollah party this weekend.
If you like the weather to be sunny, dry, and warm, you're going to like the forecast coming up for the rest of the work week. We'll have the details coming up.
Coming up in sports, it was a night of milestones for two local schools. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
Downtown Anniston was full of children and adults Saturday, showing off their Halloween costumes and enjoying one of the year's biggest parties. City officials say the Neewollah Festival drew large crowds to Noble Street, and the perfect fall weather cooperated with festival planners. One of the big highlights of the day was a costume contest for the very youngest trick-or-treaters, and it was clearly a big hit with parents as well. EAN News caught up with Chris and Amanda Roberts, who brought daughter Aubrey along for her very first Halloween. We asked them if they were having a good time.
We have really anticipated the contest. I've got our little frog here. We're excited to go trick or treat with her for the first time.
We got to see the animals contest and saw the little skeleton dogs and stuff. She's having a good time, so.
Drew and Kelly Dunn said they were enjoying the food and the overall atmosphere of the festival. In addition, they entered daughter Channing into her first ever Halloween costume pageant. She didn't win first prize, but she came close.
Third place. This is our first pageant, so it's probably going to be many more. So hopefully we can get on up for more than third place. Hopefully we can start winning some.
We had a fight with the wig, so we couldn't get the wig on.
Another festival goer named Brooklyn clearly knew what the best part of the day was all about.
What's your favorite thing about today so far? The candy.
Another big holiday festival was held in Anniston this weekend. This one featured a trunk or treat in the parking lot of Parker Memorial Baptist Church. More than 20 cars showed up with trunks full of candy, and church officials said that more than 2,000 people attended this free event. Besides candy, the festival also included free popcorn, cotton candy, snow cones, games, and inflatables.
When we come back, we'll tell you about a Jacksonville man who went missing in the Birmingham area last week.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Police are looking for a Jacksonville man who hasn't been seen in more than a week. Officers say 37-year-old Kyle Jerome McDonald was last seen in Homewood on Sunday, October 15th at approximately 7:30 a.m. when he checked out of the Quality Inn on Vulcan Road in Homewood. McDonald was last seen driving a 2017 Nissan Sentra. It was silver with an Alabama tag of 11AH42P. Traffic cameras caught his last location at the Circle K on Moody Parkway on 10/15/23 at 11:10 a.m. McDonald's family members are concerned that he has not contacted them or returned home. This is not his normal behavior, and it has not happened before. If anyone has any information about McDonald's whereabouts, please contact the Homewood Police Department at 205-332-6200.
The Anniston Police Department needs your help to identify the individual pictured in reference to the fraudulent use of a debit or credit card. Please call the Investigative Division at 256-240-4000 if you have any information about this case.
In an effort to make closer connections with the people they serve, Oxford Police will hold their annual Public Safety Night Out Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. in the Oxford Exchange parking lot. Lots of special events are planned for this activity, and the first 100 kids to come to the event will get a special toy replica of an Oxford Police SUV.
When we come back, the Jacksonville City Council will be talking business at tonight's meeting.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
The Jacksonville City Council plans to go into a closed-door session at the end of its bi-weekly meeting tonight to talk about the city's economic development. Such discussions are among the exceptions to Alabama's Open Meetings Act. Councils are allowed to have private conversations about, quote, matters of trade or commerce in which the governmental body is in competition with private individuals or entities or other governmental bodies, end quote. Jacksonville has experienced substantial retail growth in recent years, adding restaurants, bars, and coffee shops. In other news, the city plans to consider buying some city maintenance vehicles from Larry Puckett Chevrolet of Prattville, consider an agreement with the Board of Education for the improvement of a baseball field, and to consider an agreement with JSU for forensic services, consultation, and education.
Hadley Julia has finally been evicted from the city of Oxford. A phony Facebook page using that name took over Oxford's page a couple of weeks ago and had been using it to post salacious photos and captions. Those have now been stopped, and the city once again controls the page. But it's going to take a while longer to remove the hacker's name. Facebook allows name changes once every 30 days, so it will be a while before the site is again called the City of Oxford, Alabama. City officials have promised that all of the posts on the site will once again be rated PG.
Well, Mike, we could not have ordered up any better this weather.
We both were on the road this weekend,
yes.
And the fall leaves. We were up in Tennessee, and wow, it's just great.
Do you know what I learned? Do you know what they call people up north who travel north just to see the leaves?
What do they call them?
They're called peepers.
Peepers.
And going to look at the leaves is called leaf peeping.
Leaf peeping.
Yes.
And I thought peepers were only for Easter. Well, I have learned something new today.
Yes, and we're just the perfect time for leaf peeping.
I was actually up there for other things, but I was peeping while I was there. How about that?
On that note, let's join John Holder now, who is in the EAN Weather Center. John, how much longer will we enjoy this beautiful weather?
Mike and Katie, this weather is going to last for the rest of the month of October, maybe into November. We'll talk about the complete forecast for all of East Alabama next.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
A beautiful day again across East Alabama. Plenty of sunshine, dry weather, temperatures above normal. That was the theme today. That's going to be the theme for a long time. 78 for the high today, about 5 degrees above the average. Chilly this morning, 48 for the nighttime low. That's about to change. Record high temperature 86 degrees, the record low at 25. And look at these sunrise and sunset times now as we get close to the time change coming next weekend, not this weekend, but the next weekend. Sun rising tomorrow morning at 6:55 now, almost 7 o'clock, and the sun setting now at just a minute after 6 in the evening. Weather on your street, Monday night, Mangum Road out at Wellington. Partly cloudy skies, not quite as cool tonight, 51 for the nighttime low, but a very pleasant evening. evening all across Calhoun and Cleburne counties. Coming up on your Tuesday, if you're on Duke Drive in the city of Heflin, fantastic weather coming up. Sun and warmth. That will be the two words that we'll use for tomorrow. 79 for the high. Again, don't be surprised on any of these days coming up. Even though it may not be officially 80, we could see 80 on some backyard thermometers all across East Alabama. And for the rest of the work week, we're going to continue with above average temperatures, upper 70s, low 80s the rest of the way. Montview Road over in East Anniston, that's right around the country club. If you're going to golf, you're going to take a walk in the park over there, anywhere in East Alabama, not just on the east side of Anniston, the weather is going to be perfect for any outdoor activity coming up for the rest of the week. And as we look at that 7-day forecast, no rain at all in the forecast, taking us all the way almost to the end of October. And the temperatures, if anything, are going upwards. We're going to be above average, upper 70s the next couple of days. Then on Thursday, we hit the 80s. And we're going to stay in the 80s for a while. 80s on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, close to 80 again, even on Monday of next week. Those nighttime lows, we've been in some upper 40s, low 50s. Those are going to come up as well into the upper 50s, maybe even some low 60s along the way. And we don't see any end in sight to this warm weather coming. As a matter of fact, we take a look at our next graphic here, and this is going to show you the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook for the entire United States. These are kind of a probability and odds of seeing above or below average temperatures. This is going to be from October 29th to November 2nd. So this is taking us out about 10 days, and you can see that we have about a 60 to 70% chance in that neighborhood of seeing temperatures remaining above the average. Now, some of the long-range computer models do show a big cool down coming, but that's still a couple weeks away. For the near future, for the next 8 to 10 days across East Alabama, more sunshine, more warmth, more dry weather. The drought rolls on. Join us back here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for my complete morning and breakfast forecast. And right now, it's sports time. Namath Pitts is going to talk about a monumental night for Walter Wellborn football this past Friday. Namath?
Thanks, John. History continues for the 2023 Walter Wellborn High School football team. Head coach Jeff Smith won his 100th game at Wellborn in a region championship. Wellborn made history a couple weeks ago when Jeff Smith became the winningest coach in school history. But this past Friday night, Coach Jeff Smith won his 100th game at Wellborn and won a region championship for the first time outright. Jabari Williams rushed for 230 yards of the Panthers' 430 rushing yards with 2 touchdowns, and they beat Weaver 48-27 on a night of milestones on the Hill. Wellborn's 6th victory in a row after an 0-2 start has lifted them to the Class 3A Region 4 title, which is the school's first region title since 1995. 1995 was actually area play, so some could argue that this is actually the first region title ever. The closest the Panthers came was finishing 3rd in a 3-way region tie atop of Region 6 in 2019. Wellborn looks likely to be Calhoun County's only region champion in 2023. It was also an historic night for the Anniston Bulldogs. Anniston also made history this past Friday when they won their 600th game in program history. That's right, the Anniston Bulldogs, 23 coaches in school history. You see the highlights from when they played Wellborn in week 0. There's Coach Jeff Smith, 2 winning programs. But it's 23 coaches for Anniston, 13 region championships, and 2 state championships. The Anniston Bulldogs have now won their 600th game in program history after Rico Jackson and the Bulldogs beat Talladega 54-0. Fresh off of decommitting from Auburn, Jaden Lewis accounted for 3 touchdowns as Anniston got back in the win column. Anniston improved to 5-3 overall, 3-2 in Class 4A Region 4 play, and can clinch the region's 3rd playoff spot with a victory over Cleburne County this week. The 2023 Calhoun County Match Play Championship is in the books, and the champion is a familiar one. Gary Wigington has repeated as the Calhoun County Match Play Champion for a 2nd straight year. He finished his latest sweep through the County Match Play Championship with a 3-2 victory over Andrew Brooks yesterday at the Anniston Municipal Golf Course. Wigington won the county match play as the tour champion in 2022 and won this year after finishing third in the standings. He was the number 2 seed in the tournament. We give our picture credit to Joe Medley of EA Sports Today. Congratulations, Gary, on winning the Calhoun County Match Play Championship for a second straight year in a row. That's it for EA and local sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for the update, Namath, and thank you for watching today.
You can find us online every weekday on either Facebook or YouTube and on our website, eastalabamanow.com. Just go to our video feed and watch us whenever it's convenient for you.
And we'll see you back here Tuesday for your news on your schedule.